Hello everyone, in this video I will show you our new product, and you can see this is King Kong T64M smart controller, and this board have 64 channel digital input and 64 channel digital output. So this also made by ESP32-S3 and support use Home Assistant by ESPHome, or support you can write your own Arduino source code, and also you can use ESP development tool to make your own application. And in this video I will show you this hardware details and how it works with the different software such as Home Assistant and the Tuya mobile phone and the King Kong cloud server and local web servers all have support by this controller. Okay, let's look at the hardware details firstly. Okay, let's look at this is King Kong T64M. It's MOSFET output, and you can see this is plastic shell, also support install on the DIN rail in your power distribution box. And let's look at the size firstly, then I will open this mini cover. So you can see this is the size. You can see this is the size, just this size, and change our inch unit and size and change unit, and also you can see the size. Okay, so let's look at this box. You can see this have digital input. This is 64 channel digital input used by dry contact signal, and this you can see have free GPIO and RS485 and analog input, and the power supply use 12 or 24 volt. Both support USB-C cable for download firmware. And this you can see the digital output, 64 channel digital output, and the red LED is the output indicate, and the green LED is the power. And you can see the ESP32 download button and the reset button. And this is the Wi-Fi antenna of ESP32, and this is the Ethernet cable. Okay, let's open this aluminum shell. Let's look at what inside of this box. Cover. And let's look at this. You can see the LED indicates 64 channel LED indicate. And this one you can see this ESP32S3 and N16R8 large memory size. And we can open this top PCB. Okay, let's remove this board. And this one you can see this I2C external chip. And the back of the PCB, at the bottom side of the PCB, have many MOSFET. Every MOSFET supports 4 ampere of the load current. Okay, let's install back. Okay, this time I will test it. Let you see how it works with a different software solution, and I will use Ethernet, and I will connect with a DC12 power supply. And you can see this is the green LED, power LED is on. Okay, let's back to my computer, and you can see this is T64M, and you can see this have some details about every interface. You can check it here, and every output I use 4 ampere driver. And you can see I have some different resource, ESP32 pin define, ESPHome YAML file, and the KCS v3 also have support by this board. And you can see in our form that have showed, you can see the different Arduino source code and ESPHome YAML file and ESP32 pin define. And let's look at how it works with the KCS v3. I have already downloaded KCS v3 by USB-C cable. So you can see you can open this by the web browser, just by this IP address. You can see T64M, and that have shown the index and the input and the output and some details how to use. You can see our online guide, because this have showed KCS online guide. That is very details have explained at here how to use every menu and every window, what means. So you can check it here. So I just introduce you the web page first. And the sensor, as you can see, you can connect with a different sensor with a different interface. And the monitor, you can see I have enabled Tuya. So you can this time you can use a mobile phone, Tuya mobile phone, and a Smart Life or Tuya Smart application to remote control by this board. And also you can see there are some digital input state and output state. You can see I can turn on 1, 2, 3, and all on. And you can see all 64 channel is on, and this is all off. So this is digital input for dry contact signal. And this you can see the if DDT, you can add to if DDT for if condition or then command. So you can just add this condition by this left window and then command by this right window. And the next network, you can connect with the Ethernet cable or connect with your Wi-Fi or connect with the Kinkoni G1 4G module, so that you can just define which is TX pin and IX pin for 4G module, SIM7600 module. So that will have some short message and the voice call function for this T64M board. And this you can see the protocol. And the protocol you can see if I enable Kinkoni Cloud, so that I can use Kinkoni Cloud web service to remote control by internet. You can see if I enable this one, I can click save. So you can see this is our Kinkoni Cloud service. So you can see the T60M is online. So you can see I can control on and off every channel from the web service. So you can see this is turn or off. And this also is digital input, a monitor sensor state, and this is for the analog input. So you can see this is Kinkoni web service, because you don't need to install any application. So just visit this web link in mobile phone or in your computer. So this is web service, and you can see this have integrated home assistant. Also is used by auto discovery very easily. So you can see I just enable this home assistant MQTT. You can see this is my home assistant dashboard, and you can see setting and the device that have all this Kinkoni board. But you can see this time this board no T64. Now I will integrate home assistant only by 1 minute. So you can see I just rename the device name T64M, and this MQTT mosquito broke IP address and the port and the username and the password. So you can see this is my root. I have installed home assistant by this IP address. So I just copy and fill it here. This one, and this is MQTT port and the username and the password that according to your mosquito install on the home assistant. I installed in the Raspberry Pi server, Kinkoni server 16. So you can see I just only fill this information and you can press save. So that is only this step integrate to the controller to home assistant. And this will be reboot. Reboot will need about 10 seconds. Will update to home assistant, and you can see I can refresh dashboard of Home Assistant, and we can see this T64M that I have found. So you can see I can just click, and you will see that have 64 channel digital output and 4 channel analog input and 64 channel digital input. So you can see I can turn on 1, 2, 3, 4. That will used in Home Assistant immediately. And also you can see I have turned on the 5 channel, and I back to Home Assistant, back to King Kong Cloud Server. You can see 5 channel output is on. So this is updated state. And also we can shut the digital input for a test. So I use that twice to shut for digital input 1. Let's look at this is digital input 1. You can see this digital input 1. I just shut for this one. This is digital input and this is ground. So you can see I shut for this 2 point. You can see that is on. And also you can see the King Kong Cloud Server. You can see this is on. You can see this is on. I remove, this is off. So you can see I shut for this will be on and remove will be off. So this can monitor many different sensor states. You just connect with the dry contact signal, so that can be monitored remote by internet. Okay, and you can see this is the protocol of King Kong Cloud Server and MQTT for Home Assistant, and this MQTT protocol for your own cloud server, so you can integrate the T64M to your own cloud server on the internet or local network. And this also can enable TCP server, TCP client, or HTTP server, or UDP server client, or ESPHome. And next, let's look at this custom size protocol. You can see you can define different protocol by TCP, UDP, or HTTP, or ESPHome for if TTT for then command or for if command. That means what you have received and what you will send for the customized protocol content. And this Apple HomeKit, also you can see you can define the input, just enable, disable, and rename and output. And this is DAC, and this is ADC is analog input. So this will be very easy to use for Apple HomeKit and the sensor. And just enable this Apple HomeKit and use this code, add it to your iPhone or iPad. Okay, this HomeKit and the Loxan mini server also support in King Kong controller integrate to Loxan mini server by UDP command. You can see the UDP command protocol at here. So this all have showed the details how to integrate to Loxan system. And this is Tuya. You can see the Tuya. You can see you can use for different server location and in your country. And you just buy the Tuya license from us, so you can use the Tuya license and use the Tuya mobile phone remote control by internet. And the system menu, you can see you can set the 10 rule and double click and hold down the 10 for the IFTTT and the username and the password, and restart manufacturing and restart the board. So at this window, so you can see the board have different protocol and have different application you can use at the same time. So that is very flexible. And if you have any questions, you can leave a message to us. Thanks for watching.